Well, it's Friday. It's weird. All week I haven't felt like the day is correct each day. It doesn't feel like Friday to me. Wow, mods are here in full force. Thank you, mods, for spending your evening with us. Hey, Pat Jonas, I'm having really bad allergies today. Hey, Kay's face, I've been sneezing like crazy. Hey, Puka Vista. Hey, Karen. Why don't you sit up here though? Wow. Hey, D. Hey, Maisie Shiloh. Cheap chick. Maisie, I can't believe that you're here before me. That never happens, and I've taken note of it, and you have too. So have the American people. Hey, West Coast. Hey, Kim Leaf. There's Lynn's. She's always with us, and I love that. Hey, Donna Koopa. Um, Sassy Savage is here. I love it when she comes in. Hey, Lydia Krause. Hey, Barbara Waits. Yeah, happy birthday to your dad today. I saw that post. He looked so nice. That was a great picture. Thanks for sharing that. Hey, Joanne Hawley. Cindy G made it. Hey, Joyce Drager. Caitlin, Buffy. Renee B, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Chowini Love. Joyce Drager, love you, babe. Hey, DS Kitty. Is Marty Jewel in here? She said she sent bones to Bo, and I got some Amazon bones shipped to me today, but there was no name. Nobody put a name in it. And I'm assuming it was her because she said she sent some. So if that's from you, thank you so much. He needed those. And again, I'll buy them, but I appreciate anybody that wants to do it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Tommy's trying to convince me that the restaurant he's at has sour cream, and he doesn't realize I've eaten at that restaurant with him, and it's not sour cream. It's gross, and it was warm, and it was like clarified butter. Armina, I love you, babe. Hey, Angie Mo. Hey, MLG Gamer. Kristen Hawk. Daft Woman. Aspire. Thank you, Cindy G. Hey, Jess. Iwa Miniola. Hey, girl. Linda made it. Liz Tricks. Rachel Sandy's here. Hey, Honey Lou. We were kind of mean last night, Honey Lou. We were kind of mean, and I've processed it. I've thought about it. And thanks, Rhonda McNeil. I've decided that I'm going all out. I'm going all out. Anybody that's going to come for me, attack me, I'm going to call it out. It's bad behavior, and I'm going to call it out how I see fit with my sense of humor. Hold. Oh, it's been all day. Hey, Mandy Albert. Hey, Julie, Chops World. Hey, Carrie Wilson. Thank you. Hey, Beachcomber. Hey, Trace. Linda Gillum, Jen Finberg. I love Jen Finberg. Hey, Kestrel. Thank you for being so nice, Kestrel. I thought Liz Gale did a great stream today, and you said some nice things. I didn't want to interrupt her chat, but I ended up saying hello and talking to her. I really liked her stream that she did today. Hey, Debbie Gonzalez. Hey, Susan Trigg. Angie, this one is from a long time ago. I think Trixie bought it too. It's from Target. It's just that Universal Thread brand. I like Target stuff. Hey, Amy Knight. Hey, wine a little bit more. Anna Banana. Rabbit Flea. Rabbit Flea, that's cute. Hey, Margie Barr. Bree. Welcome in. Helen Baker. Jeannie Hansen. I missed your birthday live. Heart test. Well, I hope that went okay. I got a pap this week, and I got my results back. I don't have the clap or anything. It was normal. So I hope your stuff is normal. But thank you. I forgot it was my birthday. I already forgot. I am really off on the day. Clarified butter. The only way I've ever gotten clarified butter, Edgibo, is when my parents used to take us out to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse when my parents were first dating, like 20 years ago. We used to go to Ruth's Chris, and they'd say that the steak came in clarified butter. And then sometimes I'd ask for a side of butter, and the person would bring aside the server, and they'd go, here's some clarified butter. That's the only way. That's how I remember it. Thanks, Chewini Love. Hey, DNV. Hey, Nancy Jane. Rocks in a Box is here. Mad Drop. Janine. Thanks, Cindy G. Yeah, thanks, West Coast. Trace, I'm getting ready to talk about it. I'm just catching up here. Thanks, Beachcomber. Hey, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. Hey, Scientology Up North, Miriam. I'm glad you're here. It's not mean, it's roasting. Hey, Jackie C. Here's the thing. We're going to get into this. I'm kind of upset, actually. Hey, Gabriel. Yeah, I got it in black and white, Angie, and blue. There's like a light blue. And I think I bought these maybe in Kansas City, but you know me about a puffy frilly sleeve. Hey, Darla. Refresh your page, babe. Ooh, good picture. Thanks, CND. Hey, DJS. I'm happy to see you here. Yeah, Liz Gale, I thought she did a great stream. I really did. Hey, Charcoal Ninja, I thought she was very fair. Ooh. All right, Brie. We'll be thinking about you. Hey, Tennessee girl. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that, Rhonda McNeil. You're always full of fun factoids. You too, Pat Jonas. Dotsy Lynn. Okay, good. I just caught up and now I'm going to blow my nose and we're going to get into it because I got some stuff I want to cover and I got a couple of shows I got to do tonight. And we're going to do Colts and Crims in a couple hours. Hang on just a second. I'll probably be blowing my nose a lot in the stream because it's like runny. You can hear it in my voice too. I'm like drippy. Hey, Pepperoni Nips. Hey, Ripster. Whidbey Island hippie girl. Clarified butter by melting butter so that all the milk protein remains in the bottom. Gross. I mean, it's good though. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Stephanie with a PH isn't doing well. That's horrible. I love her. Yes, of course we can get some prayers. And if you don't pray, please just send some good vibes. I call them non-prayers. Thanks for sharing that, Angie Mo. I love Stephanie. Hey, Tammy. That's concerning. Yeah, Julie, the allergies in Tennessee are insane. I thought they were bad in Kansas City. They're really bad here. Hey, Jody Edwards, I've missed you. Thank you, Armine. I will look for it. It's probably in my mailbox. Amy M, welcome in. So I thought about last night. I've actually been thinking a lot about the streams all week because it's been a whirlwind of streams this week. Just a lot of drama, which we don't typically really dip our whole selves into. Yeah, Donna Cooper. And I'm going to be honest, I've jumped full in and I don't like it. I don't like where I'm at right now. I don't enjoy doing this kind of stuff. But I've been borderline gaslighting. I don't know, gaslighting. I might feel like I'm lying to myself. Like by today, it's been all week. It's been a heavy week. Like we've been, I'm getting kind of angry. I think they're getting what they want. I think the haters have pushed me, and I'm kind of like ruffly feathers, not like my fun sleeves. And I think we just get this over with. I think that we just talk this stuff out so we can get back to business. But I feel like, hey, Starlina, I definitely feel like Lee Sane, welcome in. Thank you for the happy birthday. I definitely felt last night that Lindsay and I were just being silly, and I felt bad about it when I ended. Yeah, Rhonda, I felt bad about it when I ended the stream. I was like, it's really not where I want to go. I really don't want to like make fun of people like that. And then I thought about it and I thought, I'm going to stop doing that. And you can follow me on this journey or you can say goodbye to me now. But I'm not going to censor or just, put tape over my mouth and go, I shouldn't have, yeah, Rach, I shouldn't have done that. I feel bad about that. You know what? They don't feel bad about it. And they have their intentions of doing what they're doing. And I think that, hey, Abdazzle, they get every bit of what they do. I think you dish it, you get it back. Reese, hey, babe, Reese is never censored. Have a good night. I'll hopefully see you. We will be on Colts and Crims. Hey, JoJo. If you're going to put it out, you're going to get it back, right? If I care enough to call it out. But what I've been thinking about this week is, especially in the ex-Scientology community, this is a thing. And I've kind of talked about this before, but I'm going to highlight it because I feel like on specifically the Dylan thing and the Kellycopter thing. Hey, Kim is blue. There's something, because I'm speaking to them right now because they're ex-Scientologists. So this is what I feel like they're doing. Especially Kellycopter, who I'm not trying to attack here. She put up a post today. She feels how she feels. I don't feel like she's being attacking. I don't think she's being nasty. I think she is misguided. Hey, Miss Sassafras, I think that she is following rather than doing some critical thinking for herself. Hey, Rip Curl, but that's not my concern. It's also not, um, thank you, Rhonda McNeil. It's not something I can control. I cannot control any of these people. However, I can talk about it and I can call it out if I feel like that is the right thing to do. I think you have more than one ex cult community. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of cult, ex cult people like Marilyn. She's in an ex, was in a cult. Um, but speaking specifically, hey, Ms. Otter, to Dylan and Kelly Copter, um, there's a thing that Scientologists are trained to do. We all do it, and it's been a part of my life forever. It's very well spoken about. Hey, love and life. Sometimes you got to blow off the steam. I left after a bit, but it was fine. Sometimes got to laugh. Sometimes you got to nip bullies' actions in the bud. Thank you for that's very validating. Thank you for saying that. Hey, Noelle, the pollen, if that's what it is, I don't know. It's just making me so sneezy. So this particular training in Scientology, we call it an acceptable truth. You were quiet for a long time. Yeah, I was, Tammy. Hey, FAFO. K-Space says, your authenticity is one of my favorite things about you. Keep being true to yourself, no matter what that means. Thank you. I'll be here, and not just because I'm contractually obligated. Thank you so much, K-Space. And you are under contract, but someday that contract will be up and you can leave the nest if you'd like, but we know you won't. Thank you so much. I mean it. Thank you. That's very validating, guys. I didn't think I'd get this kind of feedback. Thank you for the super chat also. Yeah, West Coast. So it's called hey, Mama Brooke, it's called an acceptable truth. And what an acceptable truth is in Scientology, and again, I've heard this as long as I can remember, you give an acceptable truth on things. It's not exactly the same as what these guys are doing, but it's similar. And so what it means is you're not lying, but you're not giving the whole truth. So like all my time in Scientology, everyone I've ever been around in Scientology, which is hundreds of people throughout my 38 years, people would go, we'll just give it an acceptable truth. Now, you can't do that in session. You got to give the whole truth, right? But you do that when you're speaking to people out in the outside world, when you're giving a story, it's just give an acceptable truth. So what that means is you don't have to give, hey, Heather, every detail. You just give like an idea maybe, or just the details you want people to know. I don't like that. I never have liked that. I've always felt that to be a bit cringe when my ex-mother-in-law or anyone in Scientology that I was close to would be like, well, just give an acceptable truth. Scientology is so contradicting because you can't do that with your auditor in session. You can't be on the cans being like, I'll just give you an acceptable truth. No. That's not how it works there. Thank you, Jojo. Hey, just as I am. So Sassy says, sometimes in the moment we can say things to feel good in a safe place. Then after feel like, did I go too far as normal? I love you too. You are human. I've been saying that all week, Sassy, and I appreciate you saying that. Thank you for validating and super chatting it. Yeah, I definitely feel like it's fun in the moment. It was funny last night doing that show. And then I did exactly what I normally do. I immediately texted Lindsay, hey, Sophia. And I said, hey, Tiffany Murphy. I said, I feel like I went too far. That was mean. So I immediately cut myself back and go, that was too harsh. Is it? These people have been coming after me for a very long time. So I kind of feel like all bets are off. No, I'll say whatever the hell I want to say now. I certainly don't want to just make this a troll channel and go and attack people's looks. But if you continue to come, if you continue to bring it, we will bite back. That's how I feel now. Even not leaving, even if there's a fire. Oh my God, you're hilarious. Thank you, K-Space. Baby Steps, hey, thought the contracts were for 1 billion years. They are. So there's really no leaving. I was just trying to be nice. Thank you, Baby Steps. Love you. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Katie did it. And here's the thing. It's my type of humor. So I always use humor in my attacks. I pretty much always do. And it's dark. And the other thing is, you don't have to be here for it. I'm not asking people to leave. Hit subscribe while you're in here. But it's the way that I go after things. And I'm not going to sit by and let people say shit anymore. So the point is about the acceptable truth. Do I think Aaron's watching me? I have no idea, Squirrel. I mean, honestly, everybody's like, Aaron watches everybody. I don't know that Aaron gives two shits about watching me. Probably not, if I had to guess. You don't have to be the bigger person, especially if they're punching lower. This is where I'm at. If people have the balls to post about it or stream about it, yes, all bets are off. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And the people who don't agree with it or don't support me anymore will leave or become haters and start making up lies about me. That's, you've got two options, right? You can come out and go, I've got the receipts, right? Angel K. Or you could just go away quietly. Your choice. We will deal with it either way. Humor is a big way of coping. I have always integrated humor into every situation. Reese, that was not hard compared to what they have done. Well, hey guys, I didn't expect this kind of support, so thank you. Yeah, I was disappointed in Kelly, and here's my thing about Kelly is it's just I really, really, really loved what Krusty Rabbit Hole said to her in a response. No, it was a video he did, but he was responding to Kelly in a video. And he said, Kelly, the problem is, yeah, Tamber June. The problem is, he says, was and is are two different things. And I loved his point of view on that. Hey, Lacey Silver, was, guys, is not the same as fucking is. And I'm tired of it. If you're mad about the long con, hit unsubscribe and move on. But I'm a little tired of people being like, but what about when Tommy said this? You're going to have to figure that shit out for yourself. I've addressed it so many times. And it's not like you really want an answer anyway. Let's be honest. You just want to be a shit starter, a shit stirrer, right? You don't really want answers. That's my problem too, is people come to me and they're like, I saw on a haters channel that you said this or you did this. Is that true? It's like, I don't owe you anything. You don't want to know because you're so warm and fuzzy and loving of me and you really want to know as my friend and you're in my corner. You just want to know for the tea. Hey, Kathy Brown. And there's a difference. I don't owe the details and answering those questions to people who are just random people passing through going, you did the long con. Can you explain this? I don't need to explain that to you. Go watch all my streams where I've talked about it openly, honestly. Right? I'm not Marilyn Honig. I'm not trying to dodge accountability. I've taken accountability. It was years ago and I've done it. It's over, right? So it bothers me. That's what I feel about Kelly Copter. Was and is are not the same thing. I wish, hey Neptunes, that she would clarify, and it's disappointing. I'm disappointed in her for that. To go, Tommy is currently scamming women. This man is an internet scammer and he keeps doing it over and over and over. Kelly, you're fucking wrong. And you look stupid because there is no is if you don't have the proof to back that up. You are, hey Vince, you are helping with rumors, and that's disappointing. I feel like Kelly Copter is smart. She seems intelligent to me. It's disappointing that you would help, what am I trying to say? Push along these rumors and make it current when you know that's not true. And that's why I titled this, Don't Ask Me What You Know to Be True. You know it's a was situation, but you have to continue the narrative that Marilyn's spinning because if she's your friend and, well, we can't draw lines in the sand and boundaries and say, hey, I'm not going to support you in this because it's not the truth. Oh, no. Let's just support and prop up our friend, even if it's lies. So again, I think that's, I feel like there it was, a cat hair. I feel it's very dangerous to promote and continue a false narrative, especially when it's not like something small. This is claiming such a big claim, right? I mean, that's a huge thing to say. He is currently scamming women. We want to expose this man. Well, you guys look like idiots because people who are going to watch that are going to go, oh my God, this whole documentary is about this man and he's so dangerous. But you're showing us past stuff. Where's the current stuff? Show us the police reports. Show us what's going on right now currently. You can't. And that's a dangerous, slippery slope. And I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed in Marilyn. She is a flaming idiot. But I'm disappointed in Kelly Copter because I thought that Kelly Copter would be one to think for herself. She's too busy, altering and doing her filtered photos of herself to actually speak to what's true. Right. So I really, really hate that. And it bothered me yesterday that fucking Dylan seemed to, I don't know for sure. Dylan doesn't seem like a shit stirrer to me. But when I said to Kelly, where's your proof? Dylan chimed in, right? And said, well, you originally put it on your channel, or not in those words, but he said it something like that. I thought, really? Like, are you really doing this? And then I don't like that he claims to be like, I'm not friends with anyone, and I don't do anything to start shit. Well, then don't start shit. Right? And I also have my eye on anyone who says they are something, right? If you're like, I'm a good person, or I don't start shit, now I'm going to assume you do. You don't need to tell me you're a Christian for me to see that you're a Christian. It actually raises red flags for me when people, if you have to say, I'm a good mother, are you then? Because I don't really need you to say that to me, right? That's a whole other thing. I have a pet peeve about it. Yeah, Jojo, I just get a little sick of like, here's the thing too, and I know it's by design. I know it's an op, but like people are jumping into Nora's stream. People are jumping into Lindsay's streams, and they're asking questions about Tommy and the long con. And it's like, nice trying to bait those two women to separate us, right? You're trying to create division. I see what they're doing, but it's like, go ask Tommy. Oh, you can't because you're too scared to do that, right? Hey, Riley's human. Come ask me even. But Lindsay and Nora are not the spokespeople for Tommy. Hey, Irish Mart. What? Fuck off. Someone just texted me off that I don't know who they are. And I'm writing fuck off. Someone just texted me and said, you are smarter than this. Stay far away from Lindsay. She will turn on you and feed on your entrails. I don't know what that word means. You either don't care or don't bother to care. And I wrote, fuck off. My phone auto-corrected to odd. Stay far away from Lindsay. This is my point. So for those of you right now, okay, that are like, Reese, this is too much, the drama. It's my life. I'm fucking live right now on YouTube, and this is what someone writes to me. You are smarter than this. Yeah, well, then I guess I'm dumb. Fuck off. Excuse me, I'm gonna blow my nose. Still funny that the peace sign was from a now hater. Hey, Kathy Shoggins. Yeah, Kestrel it is. Hey, Marla. I think you're perfectly justified in standing up for yourself. It's your channel, your life. You deserve to defend it, and I'll stand right by you to defend it with you. Thank you, and I know you will. I got no doubts about my girl, Joanne Hawley. I love you, Joanne, and thank you for saying that anyway. Thank you for your super chat. Gary Mackey, I never see you over here. Longcon/Grifter Tax, you're welcome. All the best to you and Tommy. Thank you, Gary. That's really kind of you, my friend. Thank you. It's Blossom, who I'm pretty sure lives with DOA. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure they live together. I don't know, Debbie Gonzalez. What does Kelly Copter have against you and Tommy? Well, you have to go look at her channel. I don't know. Also, yeah, we are stronger when we stand together. So look what just happened in real time, right? Look what just happened. Stay away from Lindsay. You're smarter than this. Guys, they are desperate right now to break us apart because what she just said, we're stronger together. And that scares the shit out of probably mostly Aaron, right? So, yeah, won't be breaking up with Lindsay. Can you see it again, Cindy G? Sure. Stay far away from Lindsay. She will turn on you and feed on your entrails. I don't know what that word means. You either do or don't. You either don't care or don't bother to care. And I said, accidentally, fuck odd. United we stand, divided we fall. Hey, Lenora Gray. That's why I don't give my number to anyone. It's, yeah, crazy emails. So that's the other thing I wanted to get into. Google says it's St. Louis. It's not St. Louis. It's probably a fake ass Google number. How did that hater get my phone number? Marilyn has my phone number. Aaron has my phone number. That Blossom chick has my phone number. The knife hoarder probably has my phone number because she's friends with him. Entrails are guts. Gross. I'm sure they've passed my phone. I don't care who has my phone number. I mean, it's, I don't really care. But I'm getting overwhelmed with this shit. And I know that's the purpose. It's hard to overwhelm me. And I know that that's exactly where they want me. I know that's the purpose. But it's not going to work, not for very long, because I process pretty fast and I'm going to process all of this and then I'll be back on top of it. But I got overwhelmed. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Happy Thoughts. Noelle, of course. And I love you, Noelle. Hey, Caroline in Canada and her husband, Jason. Hey, Hey, Britt P. Britt P, it's good to see you, babe. Yeah, Neptunes, because it's an op. Love you too, Lindsay. It's an op. I mean, if no one sees that, like even this weirdo Scott dude who I've got nothing to do with, right? Like I've got literally no dog in that fight with whoever that creep was yesterday. But look at him coming on, going on and on and on about Reese and Tommy, mainly Tommy, right? But it's an op. It's an absolute setup. It's by design. Like all of these people, right, are going, I do it too. I do it too. I'll be honest. I'm playing the game right back. I'm going, they're weak. Let's fucking pounce. Like that's where I'm at too now. I'm like, we're in a 3-round fight and we're finished round 1 and 2. Let's fucking end this and let's pounce. Let's put these people down. That's where I'm at. That's what this has become. And I look forward to the day that that's over with. This will not turn into this bullshit every day. I cannot do it. I don't want to do it. I will walk out of this as the winner with my 2 friends, Lindsay and Nora. Make no fucking mistake about that. I will win this. I will not. Whoever thinks that they're winning, they're not. And I have no doubt this is all Aaron backing it up. Because it's been Aaron all along. I'm sticking with you, Reese. Let them. We don't shout. We are Christians. They will know us by our love. DJS, that's a beautiful thing. And that's the other problem. And I know that not everybody feels this way, but I agree with her very much. God is on my side here. I feel very protected by my husband who died, Fred. I feel protected by my angels or spirit guides. I feel protected by God. I feel protected by the Holy Spirit. I'm not going to succumb to this bullshit. I got out of a cult of 38 years, and this is not what's going to take me down or break my mind, I assure you. Hey, Carol Stewart. I know for a fact that I'm much stronger than they are. I have no doubt about that. I know myself better than I've ever known myself. And I've discovered that I'm not a weak person and I can take a lot of this and I will take a lot of this, but I also will be done with it eventually. And these people are going to go straight the fuck to hell. Love you too, West Coast. Thank you. I love that, Rhonda McNeil. So speaking of, I want to discuss something that is not quite what we're talking about, but it kind of rocked me this week. And I am not going to name names here. That's not the purpose of this. I'm not going to do any of that. I did, however, let this person know I am going to read this communication just because they are aware of it. Yeah, I do, Britt P. I feel a peace about it, even though I don't look like I'm at peace about it. Yeah, the lady who won't stop emailing Tommy and me and Johnny. Hey, Rio for life. You were like, stop emailing me or I'll post your letter out these people. Yeah, there's a woman who was on the boat mainly, but she comes over here. She goes over to Colts and Crims. Hey, Marie Marion, she will not stop dipping her foot in. Hey, Cheap Chick, she's extremely gross and entitled with her emails. She treats me like she's Tommy's main wife or something weird. It's so creepy the way she talks to me. She speaks down to me and she will write emails to me and go, hey, Reese, I just watched your most recent stream. good job on how you talked to Tommy. It sounds like you two are getting along better. And I'm glad to see that you saw Johnny when you were there. It's good to see the two of you getting along. Like, she says the weirdest shit that I'm like, were we not getting along? And she'll be like, good for you on the relationship. It sounds like you guys have strengthened things. And she's like, I know that Tommy feels this way, but I also know that you try to twist and change things. And it's fucking bizarre. This is the internet. This is the crazies. I have asked this person to stop so many times. This has been going on for over a year. I've asked this person to stop. Tommy doesn't respond to them. So she'll send him 3 to 5 emails a day, and they'll be a thesis. They are so long. You all know who this person is if I were to name her right now. That is separate from the email I was going to read. But she's like, I pray for you every day and I love you guys and I know what's best as far as this and that. And she's like, Reese, I wish you would listen to me on how to deal with Tommy in this way. And it is so creepy. No, DNV. Hey, Aloha Sue. I will eventually, Lens. It is so creepy. So finally, Tommy forwards me all of her emails. He's like, I'm not reading them. And he's been forwarding them to me. And I'm like, I'm not reading them either because I don't have 45 minutes to read this shit. I don't read them. I'm like, I read the first paragraph and then I'm like, I can't. I don't have time for that. I really don't have time to read crazy people's emails. So the other day I just said to him, enough. I said, I'm going to read this shit on my channel if this bitch doesn't stop. We've asked her to stop. And I was like, now I'm getting like, it's been over a year. Why am I shedding so much? It's time to stop. And so he goes, well, let me email her. And then Johnny also emailed her and said, and they emailed her to separate from each other, but they CC'd us all. So like Johnny CC'd me and Tommy CC'd me and Johnny. And I haven't sent an email yet, but basically Tommy wrote, I don't read your emails. And he was like, stop emailing me. We were never that deep of friends. Like, please, this is all from the internet. Like, please stop emailing me. It's time for you to fucking go. He said, what did Tommy say? I just want to read it. What did he write? Oh, it's so eerie. Where is it? Damn it. Oh, shit. I don't know where it is, but Tommy basically said something like, I won't read your emails he was like, in 5 million lifetimes. I'm not going to read your emails. He was like, therefore, you need to stop emailing me and making up crazy shit. This is just like Shannon Travolta. Like she believes that she's like got this relationship with Tommy that never existed. And it's so weird. Krusty Rabbit, there you are. Marlon Hornig. I backed away from the whole shit show and unsubscribed from almost everyone. Stayed with only a couple of you guys. I do miss guys like Poe and Zach. See, I never met Poe. I don't know anything about Poe. I mean, I know the name, Poe on the Go. That's all I know. I never watched his content. But Zach was a cool guy, Gary Mackey. And thank you. Thanks for sticking with me and Tommy. I know you're over there on that side too. Thank you. Is John Travolta her father? No, I make that up because she has an ass chin, just like John Travolta. She's got like the exact same chin. That's why I call her Ass Chin Shan. DNV, oh, do you think the text message I got's from Jenna? I don't think so. I just don't see Jenna giving that much of a shit. I don't. Jenna does her own thing. She never talks about us. Like, not that I see. I don't see her giving a shit. Hold on. I feel like I got to blow my nose again. Hey, Briggs. Okay, nothing came out. It's super creepy. It's super fucking creepy. And it's like, so those emails, the text I just got, right? For those, hey, Andrew, for those of you that don't know, I just got a really creep ass text from someone who said, You are smarter than this. Stay far away from Lindsay. She will turn on you and feed on your entrails. That's gross. You either don't care or don't bother to care. I love how you have me summed up. You worthless piece of shit. I hate that my phone auto-corrected to fuck odd. Why phone? It's 2026 and you're a fucking iPhone 17. Why would you in this world think that I'm trying to say fuck odd to someone? Hey, fuck odd. Yeah, so whoever that is, I don't think it's Jenna. No, I don't think Jenna. I don't think I matter that much to Jenna. She didn't give two shits. Fuck odd, Cindy G. Fuck odd. Yeah. So the weird shit I get a little tired of it, and I'm going to start calling this shit out. So I want to share an email again. Not going to share who this is from. So don't ask. Okay. Not going to share who this is from. I respect this person. I have a lot of respect for this person. I'm not doing this. Hey, welcome in. You're unblocked. Jen Marie. A couple people got unblocked. I was in Lindsay's stream last night. They were like, hey, Reese, can you unblock me? I was like, hey, no problem. So I want you guys to listen to this email because I said to this person, I'm going to read this aloud in my chat now. I've asked this person to stop. Hey, Laura Lou, I just to give you a little bit of a background, this person has been reaching out to me, giving me, hey, Brock, critiquing me. This person also talks to Aaron. Okay. This person is friends with Aaron. This person is friends with me. Okay. I don't give a shit. I know that. I'm aware of it. I have a few people that watch me, that talk to me, that are also friends with Aaron. I'm not Aaron Smith-Levin where I'm like, you talk to Reese, you're fucking dead. Come get some, right? No, Bree. Max Creek, Missouri. I've never heard of it in my life. So this person is also friends with Aaron. Don't care. Like I'm not trying to control the population like Aaron does. Hey, Manny's. Hey, Decultified. I do not try to run people. I don't try to tell people what the fuck they need to be doing and not need to be doing. If you're over the age of 18, it is not my job to explain consequences to a full-on adult. If you burn me, I just simply fuck off, right? Like I feel, maybe it's Jeff. I feel weird. I would never be a person who's like, you can't be friends with me and Aaron. You can't sit with us, right? I'm not going to be Regina George and control the population. I've said this 100 times. I have so many other downfalls. Don't get me wrong. I'm a raging cunt around my period. I'm very unreasonable around it. I have high expectations and all of those things, but I definitely am not like, hey, Sherry, you're going to be friends with this person, but you're not going to be friends with this person. Like when I first started streaming with Aaron, he gave me a list of people I couldn't stream with. He was like, if you're going to stream with me, you cannot stream with these people. I won't allow it. That's an insecure motherfucker. Excuse my language, but that is an insecure individual. I am not insecure like that because I don't care about people that much. I love people, but people are also, as Kim as Blue would say, people are nuts, right? Like I'm not trying to tame and cage people, right? You want to go join Aaron or Marilyn or whatever you want to do. Fly, 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 as Hannibal Lecter would say, right? 10 more people will take your place. I'm sorry, but I don't try to hold on to and force people to be in relationships with me. I know I'm crazy. And if you can't, speak my language and we don't speak each other's and we're not a fit, we're not a fucking fit. That's how I see that. I'm not trying to be like, this will fit, right? No. But Aaron is very much like that. So this person is friends. And Nene Hobbs, thank you for the happy birthday. I keep forgetting I'm 42. It really sucks. And eventually I'm going to get really ugly. And that makes me sad. I'm about as deep as a puddle and my looks matter to me. So this person, let's get into it. Okay. I'm giving you a background. So I respect this person, but it rocked me. This email really, really, really upset me. And I told this person that. They sent it to me this week. Thank you, Kestrel. Yes, it does by association. They sent me this email this week. And I I wrote them back today. It was like 5 days ago. And I said, your email really pissed me off. I've been asking you to stop involving Aaron in your relationship with me. This person keeps emailing me basically and saying, like, I want to have a talk. I want to hold hands and have a talk with you and Aaron. Hey, Patty, I want to like get you guys together. Let's do a Zoom call. And I'm like, stop fucking doing this. It's never going to happen. You are crossing boundaries and you need to stop. And I've asked them to stop and they haven't stopped. So I really thought I was clear in my last message to this person months ago where I said, you are crossing boundaries. And I gave them an ultimatum. And I said, you are going to need to take a break from me now because this is not acceptable anymore. This is no longer acceptable what you're doing. You're pushing air. This person keeps saying, like, I talked to Aaron and I want to do this with you guys. And I'm like, you've got to stop. I've been nice about it because I like this person and I respect this person. Okay. But I wrote back like a couple months ago, hey, Mrs. Patty Cake. And I said, it's time for you to take a step away. Like, I'm not going to put up with this. I've asked you to stop. They were shocked by that. And they said, oh, wow. Okay. I will stop getting so much in your business, but I'd still like to be friends with you. And I said, okay, that's fair. I have a vote. Well, hey, look, you see? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Poor Johnny. Like, this person's insane. This is a separate person now that I'm switching over to. This is the person that Johnny and Tommy and I have been saying, like, go the fuck away. Just go away. Like, just go away. And Johnny, I'm telling you right now, and I know you're not a drama man. You're a peacemaker. And I love that about you. But we are family. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not a peacemaker. I'm a little more zesty, right? And you like zesty. You like peppers. Okay. Hey, Bridge. I'm going to blow this person out of the fucking water if they don't stop. I'm going to read every single email that they've ever sent to me, and I'm going to embarrass the shit out of them. But you know what? I shouldn't have to explain consequences to full grown ass adults. And if you say this shit behind the scenes, you're going to push me enough where I'm going to show it in front of the scenes, right? You had plenty of slack. You've been badgering me for a year. I'm going to put you out there and everybody knows who you are. So you'd better stop. I've read them. Never read them. You're right. He doesn't read them. Neither does Tommy. But to be fair, nobody has time. If we were to read those emails, we wouldn't be done until 2029. Like, it's insane. It's insane. Guys, it's like paragraph. It's insane. No one has that. I can't. I got to go to Costco and shit. Taco Bell brought out the new Enchilito. Like, there's other priorities on my list for the near future. You remember how I said I wanted to lose weight? I don't know that that's going to happen, right? Because the Enchilito is only out for a limited time. And I'm going to have to explain this to my doctor because I have diabetes. Hey, Heather in the library. And I understand, like, diabetes is a serious thing, but so is the Enchilito. And I just feel like very fucking torn. You know, I wanted to work on it. I really did. I want to lose like 15 pounds. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think there's plenty of room for everything. And I think in moderation, and by moderation, I mean one a day. Hey, baby angel. Okay, so that's a separate person. Hey, mommers, that's a separate person, everybody. Stay with me now, okay? I'm going to read this email. Kim is blue. You don't have to do that. Kim, it's Friday. You know Chipotle is like 40 minutes from my house. I can't just run down the road. This isn't Kansas City anymore. It was just easier to move to another country. Rub it in. And what a great country. Oh, you got an Enchilito today? Damn it. I want one so bad. Hey, Johnny, I want that. What movie? I want that. Yeah, not one, but two. Actually, three. I got a crazy text just now, and then we have the other two Looney Tunes. A one, a two, a three. A three Looney Tunes. Love you, Jody Edwards. Thank you. All right. Thank you. I knew you'd know that. That was easy. Hope Reese sees your note. Reese called that number, went to voicemail, a young woman's voice saying, you've reached a number then. Okay. Well, I hope she fucks off into the forever. Alicia Johnson. Hey, babe. All right, so let's read this shit. Let's just read this. I got to get it off. I love enchiritos. When I went through the Taco Bell drive-through the other day and I saw it and it said the enchilito is back for a limited time, they were like, "Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get for you?" And I yelled at those people. Love you. I was like, "Johnny, love you." I was like, "Are you lying to me right now?" I was like, "Cuz this is my birthday week and I'm going to be pissed if you're lying." And they were like, "Excuse me?" They were like, "Can we take your order?" I was like, "I'm not going to take my order because I want to know if this is true. Is the enchilito really back? Because this makes or breaks my entire future." When I saw the sign of the enchilito, my whole fucking future lit up. I was like, the sky is the limit. The possibilities. I was like, I'm going to be so happy. Like, I know the direction I'm going. I'm going to walk with the Lord. I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to keep up my skincare routine. Like all kinds of things happen when I get overly excited like that. Uh, I wrote you and you never wrote back. It wasn't a crazy person. No one, nowhere, 72. Just to be totally upfront with you, I'm going to look at my email right now. La 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 la. Here's my Gmail, which is hey Patty Sells Colorado. I loved your pictures. This is my YouTube email. I've got a Yahoo email that I use. Hey, American Made. I have a what's with the face? I have a Yahoo email that I use for Yahooing. Okay. But I've got a Gmail account, reescorbell@gmail.com, that I only use for you people. Okay. I emailed you 3 years ago, but you answered me. So let me just show you. Okay. I've got 6,797 emails. Turns out you guys like me. You really like me. That's not true. You fucking hate me. Most of them are hate mail. But I can't catch up. And so I've said this many times. I apologize if I haven't responded to you. I cannot do I fell behind. And I don't know that I'm going to catch up 6,700 messages later. So I do apologize to those who I haven't responded to. Try again, right? Put yourself at the top of the list. I'm going to give it a try. Now let's read this email, okay? Again, this is from someone who I'm not going to name, so don't ask me to. I respect this person, but I respect me more, okay? And I want to process this with the crowd. This person is also friends with Aaron, and they've been clear about that. Here we go. I caught bits and pieces of the streams from Friday and yesterday. Even though you've put me in a tough spot, I'm not going to abandon you. I've been talking to Aaron through text, and while he's not a believer, he's come to accept my words, that it's not up to us to judge others, and that any wrong words or actions will be exposed in God's time as his timing is perfect. I'm not going to be pushy in the current situation because you aren't mature enough in the faith. You're very much in the early stages. You're not strong enough in the faith to continue staying out of it. Therefore, I'm putting 2 Bible scripture verses below. The first scripture I don't expect you'll be able to do right now, but I thought it would be nice for you to have a goal to work toward. The second one is scripture I believe you are fully capable of doing right now. So those are the scriptures. I'm not going to read those. I mentioned in the chat before that we haven't gotten that close after it was made clear that so many others have. While you pardoned me for it, I found it unsettling. So in an effort to change that, I want to be honest with you on my present and future observations because I've withheld a lot of them. So please don't take offense and let me know if I need to stop. After almost 20 years in faith, I now trust God will sort all of this out. But I don't know if you noticed, but Buffy said that multiple times in the chat yesterday. I wish you would stay out of the fray because you were doing so well. However, it appears that the evil one has infiltrated, which doesn't surprise me given all the non-believers surrounding you, Nora, Lindsay, and Tori. And you're not being strong enough in the faith to continue resisting. So I'm going to be on the sidelines and watch it happen. I'm sure God will use this experience for good because he always does. Ask Tommy to tell you the story of Joseph in the Old Testament. There's no better example in the Bible of overcoming bad circumstances and experiences than that. Actually, I thought of a scripture that relates to this. It doesn't currently apply because you've fallen into the ways of the world with the people of the world around you, aka non-believers. So here's another goal to reach, or rather to return to. And then there's another scripture. So yeah, I thought the same thing. How does this person know I'm not a non-believer? Yeah, I'm reading this because it has really upset me. I'm not gonna lie. This has been a rough time with this because it felt, yeah, if yes, baby angel. Where was that? Where did I just see that? Reese, if you respond to this nonsense, please blind copy me. I would love to someone trying to use my religion to manipulate others. There's just a lot to break down in that, and it bothers me a lot. Hey, Lady O, I felt incredibly judged, which I haven't read the Bible, but I do believe that there's parts in the Bible probably that say like don't judge other people. But I especially felt here where I'm not, you put me in a tough spot. I'm not going to abandon you. I've been talking to Aaron through text, and while he's not a believer, he's come to accept my words. But this part here, uh, I'm not going to be pushy in the current situation because you aren't mature in the faith. You're very much in the early stages. You're not strong enough in the faith to continue staying out of it. Those are just extreme judgments. And I feel that you don't walk in my path with God. And it's strange to say, like, you've fallen under, Satan or whatever, but then to make all these judgments about what I need to be doing, right? So yeah, Liz Tricks. So where we say you're not strong enough in the faith to continue staying out of it. And this part here really upset me, right? Where it says this part is confusing. I mentioned in the chat before that we haven't gotten that close after it was made clear that so many others have. While you pardoned me for it, I found it unsettling. I'm not even really sure that I understand what that means. Please don't take offense. So after 20 years, this part where I just don't really like dragging Nora, Lindsay, and Tori, of all people, into this. And this tells you this is a friend of Aaron's, right? Because Tori is a great person as well as Nora and Lindsay. But I especially hold Tori higher here as far as like, really? You're going to, Tori, who I hardly stream or talk with, you're going to drag her into this? I can see Nora and Lindsay because those are my two people I talk with all the time. Thank you, Jen O. But to say, it appears that the evil one has infiltrated, which doesn't surprise me given all the non-believers surrounding you, Nora, Lindsay, and Tori, and you're not being strong enough in the faith to continue resisting. So I'm going to be on the sidelines and watch it happen. It's very condescending. It's very much like, yes, like I am your faith guru and leader. Yes. Sorry you have had this, Reese. The evil is on her side, not here. Yeah, I definitely believe that Aaron is evil. I really do think that. And it bothers and shocks the shit out of me that we're giving Aaron a pass in this email, right? Like, and you're calling out Lindsay, Nora, and Tori for being non-believers, and that I've walked the path now of evil with these non-believers, but you're going to stick on the side of a non-believer? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all. She is indignant. Us is not your close buddy. What does that word mean? She is indignant? What does indignant mean? Thank you for your super chat. The goal is to upset you. Right. I guess I'm just, hey, Copper. I guess I'm just confused about it. It's bothered me enough that I've waited all week. I thought, I don't know. I got this email on Monday. Today's Friday, right? Hurt or mad. Oh, okay. Thanks, baby steps. Hey, Amanda, I got this email Monday. So I'm not like, I'm not being Marilyn Honig about this, where I'm like, I'm going to break my ankle running to YouTube to drama, stir the drama. I waited all week. I sat on this all week. Every single day that passed, I got more and more upset about it. Truff away, welcome in. If that makes sense. So I'm not running to share this with you guys lightly. I'm sharing this with you because this is part of what I do on my channel. I process through things. And hey, M. Khalees, Midwest girl, welcome in. So I just want to make that clear that I am not a reactive type of person typically like that. So I waited. I waited Tuesday, I waited Wednesday, I got more upset Thursday, and then I woke up today and I answered this person today. And basically my answer, I was so upset in my answer, I'm not even sure that I made sense, but I said, I've asked you to stop. I said, you've majorly crossed boundaries at this point. Hey, Haggis. And I said, you don't walk in my journey with God. No one does, right? You don't know my relationship with God. Therefore, you are not going to judge that or tell me that I'm not smart enough or that I'm not mature enough, that I'm not strong enough. That is some condescending bullshit right there. And that is some, and I said to this person, you are incredibly entitled. I said, you are extremely judgmental, and worse, you're extremely entitled. And I don't like people who are, I'm better than you, I'm smarter, and I know more than you. And that's okay. Like, this is so Jeff Webel in a different way, right? Jeff used to say to me, literally, he'd go, you should know that. That's just common sense. But your thoughts are not in reality, and that's okay. You'll get there. Or he would go, you're just an uneducated Scientologist. I can't stand that. I cannot stand people who look down their nose at you and go, you just don't know anything. Hey, Bitsy. So that's actually my issue. That's more my issue than any of this is it's called in Scientology. It's actually called evaluating for a person. It's like a huge no-no. Basically, evaluation in Scientology is someone going, you're not smart enough to do that, or it looks like based on these things, you have this problem, right? You don't do that in Scientology. So I still cringe at people who evaluate for people and tell them what their problems are. But I think it's beyond okay to tell someone, like, you're just not strong enough. You're not mature enough. You're not smart enough, right? Not okay. Like, not okay. You know me through the internet. You see me whenever you see me on my channel. But just so you know, there's 22 hours in the rest of the day that you don't see me. And my walk and path with God is brand new. And the best thing that's ever happened to me, I will also say that. Like, it is nowhere near weak. It's incredibly strong. And I don't think it's okay ever, right, to call out and tell a person where they're at in their belief with the Lord, in their faith, and whatever it is that they believe in is really, really, really gross to me. If you know the Bible so well, then perhaps you shouldn't. Isn't it like a quote? I don't want to speak to something I don't know, and I don't know the Bible. But isn't there something in the Bible that's like, let's not be judged or something? I've seen enough. Like, there's a great movie that I love that really connected me with understanding God. The Shack, great movie, rough movie, but great movie. I actually need to watch it again because it's been years. But there's a scene in that movie that I love about judgment. And judgment is for God. And that's why I say, hey, Kirsty Collins, that's why I say a lot, like, I'm not going to say, like, I hope they die or any of that kind of ex-Scientology behavior, right? Like, when Aaron said, is she going to join her dead father in hell? That's not up to you. And that's disgusting that you would even think those kinds of thoughts, to be honest. It ain't up to you, brother. You're a fucking human being down here on earth. You got no power. You're not better than anybody and you're not the bigger fish you think you are, right? And so that's how I took that email is like, I'm bigger than you. I walk in my journey and you are stuck in the mud with Lindsay, Nora, and Tori because now you've been infiltrated by Satan. Bye, Rhonda McNeil. Aaron is evil. No Christian would encourage you to make amends with him. I mean, I agree with you on that. I get it. I agree. Linda Stokes, you're not wrong. Thank you for your super chat. The Bible is my guide. I do not judge anyone else. My priority is to make sure I stay with the faith I have. Judge not, lest ye be judged. Okay, that's yes. Oh shit, Lindsay, I didn't even think of this. Reese, would it be considered trying to handle you? What did Aaron do to Marilyn this week? You need to handle Kelly. Very well could be. Yes. Why I left organized religion judged with scripture. Yeah, Sassy, I can understand. I'm not a part of organized religion, as you well know. I don't even go to church. I don't even know what I would call my religion. I just know I have a relationship with God. And I don't think it's right to judge anybody, right? For those reasons. Your beliefs and faith in God is not my damn business. That's why I used to get uncomfortable with people who'd walk up to you and go, "Do you know the Lord?" Like, it's a little private, right? It's like walking up going, "Who the fuck did you vote for?" Now that's more common these days, but I still think that's something that should be kept private. That's not your biz, right? It's not your biz. She needs to get off her husband high horse, snap back into reality. Throwing a bunch of scriptures doesn't make her better with God than anyone else. And she has no right to question your relationship with God. That's where I'm at, Joanne. And thank you for the super chat. That's exactly where I'm at is, guys, I don't have a problem, just so you know, I don't have a problem with someone guiding me, especially if it's someone I value, right? I don't have a problem with someone saying, like, for instance, I love the scriptures that Abigail posts. I love them. I know a lot of you don't. I know a lot of you are like, that's not for here. I disagree and I enjoy them. I think they're fantastic. And Buffy puts them up too, right? It teaches me something and it feels very like, here's something for you to take a look at, right? I don't have a problem with someone being like, here's my beliefs on that. But to say what I just read to you, right? Which is, you're too weak, you're not strong enough for this, whatever, however that was worded. And then to imply that, like, I've been infiltrated by Satan or the dark side. That's weird. And it's not your call to make. Kind of like it's not Aaron's call to say, is Nora going to be in hell with her dead father? It's not your fucking call unless my head lifts off my shoulders and starts spinning like The Exorcist and I start spewing out of my mouth. It's not really your call to say, I think you might be infiltrated. That ain't up to you. Sorry, you're human. That is of something else. That's more a powerful entity like God. You cannot make that fucking call. Nobody can. That's how I feel. In Luke, Jesus states, if your brother or sister sins against you, rebuke them. And if they repent, forgive them. No one repented. Yeah, Megan Roberts, spot on. See, I like the scriptures, guys. I do. I appreciate them. I know that not everybody does. I like the scripture stuff. I think it's good. And I think I like it because I get overwhelmed if I try to read the Bible. But when I get something small like a scripture, that's enough to feed me, right? Like, it's not overwhelming. It's something I can read and then just be done with it. It's just a small dose. I get like, if I try to crack open the Bible, which I have, I'm like, I don't understand this. It's overwhelming. I think she thinks she can bring Aaron to Jesus. No human can. We can be used if we let go and let ourselves be used by God, not in our own power. Also, the other person needs to be open. Yeah, I agree with that. This is why I don't like people who are like, what do you know about God? Can I talk to you about God? Thank you for your super chat, Baby Steps. No, you cannot. Because I agree with what Baby Steps just said, right? Like, don't push that on people. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. It took me 41 years to find God, but I found God. Don't fucking push it on people, though. I don't like it. Not cool. I have a lot of people in here that you would call non-believers, or I just say they don't believe in God. I love them just the same. I don't judge them for that. I don't care. The fact that Aaron doesn't believe in God is the last thing I give two shits about. I don't judge people because they don't believe in God. That's their business. That's their business. I believe in God. I'm not pushing that on someone else, and I don't want anyone else pushing their beliefs on me. You know, I believe in God. I don't have people reaching out to me going, you shouldn't believe in God. Although I did get a weird email from someone that was like, sorry, Nikki, Ohio. I got a weird email from someone once that was like, Christianity is another cult. You're just jumping into another cult. And again, it's like, not your biz. Then let me fall, right? Let me make my own mistakes. That's another thing I get so tired of is like in this email, right? Is like, you're doing this wrong and you're with these people. Let me make my own mistakes. If that email is accurate, if it's true, right? If you end up being right, that's still fair. But let me figure that shit out. I couldn't do that for 38 years in Scientology. Let me figure it out. The judge, not lest ye be judge, is followed by the take out the log in your own eye before taking out the speck in your neighbor's eye. Scripture is not a weapon. Yes. Hey, Peppermint Patty. I love that one. Tommy showed me that. Is that James Listrix? If I recall, that's James something. I really like the take out the log in your own eye, but before the speck in your neighbor's eye. I love that scripture. Thank you for your super chat, Liz. Did I miss anybody's supers? And Sassy, thank you for being a member. I struggle with this Christian thing because I'll give you a good example, right? Like, I just don't push it. Oh, it's Matthew. Okay, thank you, Buffy. I don't push my beliefs. I just said this and I'm kind of reiterating it, but like, oh, I'm sorry, Peppermint Patty. I don't, damn, I just lost it. Oh, no, I didn't. I definitely see the changes in my life with my belief in God. There's no denying it for me. Okay. I started believing in God after being a Scientologist for 38 years. I found God, literally. I don't know, maybe God found me. It was a real thing that happened. It was a moment and there was no looking away from it. I don't question anymore. I don't go, I mean, I think there's a God. No. Like what happened, I definitely feel strongly about. And ever since I've been talking to God and leaning into God and feeling me heal from Scientology, I feel less alone. I don't have to worry anymore that I'm responsible for the entire fucking universe and all of the collapsing of it, because that's what LRH told us. So now I know I am just a mere human. I don't have to, like, it's not all on my shoulders. I can give stuff to God. I can really talk to God. And I do. I've said this. I drive down the street and I'm like, hey, God, remember that time? And like, I just talk to God now. I was scared to do it at first, but now I'm not. The point is, good things happen. And I believe that when you ask for those things, they can happen. And I have been praying. Here's a good example. I have been praying for the Goot and knife hoarder situation and the Maryland situation for a while. I've been talking to God about it for several months, just going, I don't know what the end result is to this, God, but like, help me like find clarity in this. Help me figure out, like, do I attack back? Do I try to dig harder and deeper on like, why is this happening? But then I started praying for something different. Butterfly, welcome in and thank you again for your generous gift on my birthday. I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And Liz Trix and I had to talk about this years ago when she came through Kentucky and I met her in Kentucky. And she said, you need to pray for your enemies. We were talking about the haters. And I was very new in this God thing. And I was like, no, fuck that. I'm not praying for them. I was like, I don't pray for people I don't want to pray for. It always bothered me years ago when people would be like, pray for this person. I thought, no, I don't want to. I don't want to. I feel very differently about that now, right? It's like YouTube and the Aaron shit. It's like there's plenty of room for all of us. You can pray for people. You don't have to pray for people, right? Like I pray for who I want to pray for sure, but it's a choice. And Liz Trick said something, a lot of things to me over the years. She's been an amazing friend in this faith journey. But Liz Trick said to me, I said, I'm not praying for my enemies. They can fuck off and go to hell. I was still acting like a Scientologist, right? I was acting like Aaron Smith Levin. They're dead to me. Fuck them. Disconnection policy, right? Like, fuck this, fuck that. That's very Aaron Smith Levin. That's very classic Scientologist. Like, no, they're just drawing a line through their name. It's just over, right? That's how he behaves. That's how I used to behave. Liz Tricks said, hey, Ms. Weedy Poo. Okay. I said, no, I'm sorry, Liz Tricks. I love you, but I'm not praying for these fucking people. They don't deserve to be prayed for. No. And Liz Tricks said, hey, Karen, thank you. Hey, Kat. Liz Tricks said to me, and this really helped. It was like a small thing that made me see, hey, Bo Beats, made me see something in a different way. She told me a story, I think that was in the Bible. And what I took from the story was pray for confusion then in the enemy's camp. And it took me a while to kind of roll that around. But like she was like, if you don't want to pray for them, hey, 6804, if you don't want to pray for these people, she was like, you could, here's what I told her I could do. I said, here's what I can do with people I hate. What I do is, and I still do this, because I honestly also feel a little weird praying for people for things that, like, if I don't know you that well. So what I do is this: when people say pray for me or I pray for my enemies, I do this. I go, hey, God, you know what to do. So you do what's right for that situation. I pray that you're going to know exactly what to do for those people. And I see you getting that done. That's what I say to God. Because to be honest, I feel a little entitled to be like, and pray that they do this. And I pray that they do that. Well, that's a little selfish. It's not really my choice. You know, like for people I don't know, like Goot Juice Hot Sauce. I don't know him. So it's hard for me to pray for certain things, right? I could be selfish and be like, and I wish he would stop doing this. And I wish for $1 million. And please, like, no, I say this to God a lot. I'm like, you designed it. Like, you know what to do, big guy, right? Give us a show. Like, I trust in you that you will do the right thing for Goot Juice Hot Sauce. I'm not going to be like, make him do this. Oh, Lord, let's push up our wizard sleeves and get to work. Like, no, that's, again, it's beyond my pay grade. So I just simply say, you know how to shine, and I trust that you will. And I'm not, God is writing. That's how I see this. God is writing. I'm not trying to take your pen away from you. I'm not trying to tango with God, right? So that's kind of where I am with that. But I love what Liz Tricks. Did I miss a super chat again? I'm so sorry. It's Liz again. There's a difference between faith created by God and religion, which is man's attempt to put God in a box due to our need to define things. Focus on your faith. Damn, girl. That's huge. And I love it. Liz Tricks speaks my language. Thank you, Liz. That's intense. And I love you for that. Thank you for the super chat. So Liz Tricks said, if you can, Reese, she's always been like, don't do anything I'm telling you to do, unlike this email. She's not judgmental of me ever. Like, Liz Tricks is the last person you would have thought that would be my friend, because she is so strong in her faith with God. She's very, very, hey, Tyler, I love her connection to God. But I consider myself a bit of a sinner, and I cuss all the time, and I talk about my vagina, and you just wouldn't think someone like Baby Steps or Liz Tricks or Abigail or any of these people would like even take to me very well, but they have. And I think that's a God thing too. But pray for confusion in the enemy's camp. So I started doing that for my enemies. I started going, God, listen, they're so fucking hateful and they put out the biggest lies. I just pray for a little confusion. Maybe they'll start to see the light. That's what I was saying. Like, please let them maybe just see the light that, like, this is not useful. You got one life. This isn't really like, is this how you want to spend it? Thank you, Wine. So I started praying for that for like the last couple of years. You know, my prayers are not like, and oh Lord, in your son's name. I don't do all that stuff, and maybe I should, but I haven't read the Bible. So I just talk to God like he's a good friend of mine. And so I'm like, hey man, you know, maybe you can just get And I said, like, Goot to see the light. Maybe you can get him to just like not do this performance, but just maybe be himself. Goot just did a video. He stopped fucking with me. He stopped coming at me. And he did a video recently that said, I have seen the light. His words. I have seen the light. I think he said it twice. Right? And he has said, I'm not going to fuck with this woman anymore. I'm not fucking with this anymore. And then he came into my channel on my birthday and said, happy birthday to me. I unblocked him this week. And he said, happy birthday. Right? Neutralized, right? I'm not best friends with the guy. I'm not even saying I forgive him. He did some pretty ugly stuff to me and Tommy and Huxley. But I certainly can move forward without hate in my heart about it. And I certainly can recognize good behavior and not double down and go, well, fuck you. Remember that time I did an apology tour and I said sorry to hey Liz, I said sorry to Marilyn, and Marilyn came into my chat and she was like, wow, I'm sorry too. It was huge, right? It was huge. It was massive. It was kind of like the Goot thing to me. I was like, thank you. Like a weight was lifted. Marilyn went live on her channel like 2 seconds later and was like, fuck Reese. I don't know. I don't buy that apology. She's a liar. Fuck her. That's the immature kind of shit I don't deal with anymore. All I'm asking for is a ceasefire. Like, just do your thing. I gotta blow my nose. Hold on. This Goot guy did a lot of damage. And I'm not saying he's going to stop. You know, this may all be a joke to him, and it could be. It might be. And if it is, not going to make a difference to me because we didn't move in together, right? We're not signing any leases together. I don't care if this is a joke because the joke will be on him. Reese, I've been praying for you from day one that God would reveal himself to you. Praying that God's will be done and not yours is what I pray when I don't know what to pray. There it is. Aunt Nini Hobbs, thank you. Great picture of you, by the way. Thank you for the super chat. And that's how I feel. It's not up to me, right? Thank you, baby steps. Thank you for your super chat. Hey, Margaret Kelly, thank you. So that's the point of this email. Back to this email. It's not up to you. And it really offended me. And I spent 4 fucking days sitting in it, stewing on it before I talked about it here. I really wanted to decide before I just reacted, right? And went crazy here. It's not up to us to say your walk in faith isn't strong enough. You're not mature enough in your relationship with God. It's you're too weak right now to, you know, and so you've gotten taken advantage of and infiltrated by the non-believers, which I'm sorry, I'm guessing, I don't know because I haven't read the Bible and I don't speak to things I know, but I'm going to guess here. Jesus probably hung out with a lot of non-believers. Jesus seemed like a cool dude that really accepted everyone. I don't see, or I've not heard, or any scriptures that I've read, I don't really see anywhere where Jesus was this stuck up, you know, snide, like, you can't sit with us. Jesus wasn't like, on Wednesdays, we wear pink, bitch, right? So I kind of gather that Jesus hung out with non-believers. Am I wrong? Isn't that why we all love Jesus so much? Isn't that kind of, hey, Jennifer Minton, isn't that kind of the whole picture here? Mommers, I love you, babe. Thanks for being a member. This is where I get myself into trouble because I'm not trying to pretend I know. Okay. You can sit with us. Exactly. He hung out with tax collectors, the poor, prostitutes. They were his friends. Also, Tommy told me a cool story about hey, Liv's mom. I love Liv's mom. Hey, Verbo Boss. Tommy told me some kick-ass story that Jesus said, like he was working on a Sunday and like some assholes in like a hat or something. They look like Shriners or some shit. Some dudes showed up and they were like, we don't work on Sunday, bitch. And Jesus was like, I do. And he was like helping some dirty guy with like a disease or something. And he dipped him in a pool. And cleansed him or something and healed him. So I kind of find it weird. This is where I get upset because I feel like, what? Yeah, Allison, what are you doing? Sending me an email being like, it makes sense because you hang out with a bunch of non believers and you've been infiltrated. Isn't the whole goal that we all exist together? Isn't the whole goal that we chill out with non-believers and table flipping people and goot juices and fucking criminals and jester girls and my mom? I thought that was the idea. And I'm being dead serious, right? Like I thought the idea was we accept the dirty guy, that lives under a rock, that stinks, that showers in the ponds. We accept, you know, the weirdos. I'm having a hard time accepting Marilyn Honig, but even, she's part, all right. I thought, this is where I get pissed off. This is where you see people like Susie Oberholtz, like, I walk with the Lord, y'all. And then she's making fucking videos about my look, right? Like, this is where I get upset. It's gaslighting, Angie Mo, and it makes me gaslight myself. So it's like, let's not blasphemous. Holy sweet mother of Mary, right? Let's take a look at this real quick. Hey, Lewis the cat. It feels very gaslighty. I had a thought and it went away. Why are my thoughts leaving my head? Do I have Alzheimer's like my father? Oh, it was about my dad. This person's email felt more scathing than how my father feels about me, right? Like literally, I was like, holy Gene Wally. Did my dad write this? Like, I've not felt more fucking frowned upon and disappointed in than my fucking dad. I was like, oh my God, love you, mommers. I was like, what in the Gene Wally is going on here? Susie makes your ass want to start flipping some tables, lady-o. Susie in her weird little war that she's in with her weird ex-mod who's like, Reese is awful, but I'm a good person. Yeah. There's a saint called Padre Pio who once said, and it's ugly, sometimes people pray so much they forget to listen. I love it. And I also love, sometimes people are so poor, all they have is money. I don't know, it just came into my head. Even Marilyn is worth saving to God. I'm not sure of Aaron. I don't want to speak for the Lord, but I could see when Aaron gets there, I don't have any doubt in my mind. I feel like the Lord is going to be like, I didn't know you, bro. I feel like God's going to be like, let's get ready to party, baby. Let's bring it. Bring it. And then I feel like Jesus is going to be like, it's cornstarch, you big baby. Why don't you go home and cry to your mommy? My father was in a David Bowie video. The Lord, Jesus is going to be like, my father's been judging your ass since the dawn of man. And you never came around. But I don't know. But I do know when I get there, I have no doubt that God is going to say, finally, a woman who wore real turquoise. Bless you. May you enter. No, I don't have any doubt. I feel like Aaron and the Lord are going to make eye contact, and the Lord's going to be like, I don't know your punk ass, son. And then it's going to be like Veruca Salt in Willy Wonka. And Aaron's going to be like, I want a golden goose right now, daddy. And then he's going to put Aaron on that thing and it goes, and Aaron goes down. And then he looks at Christ and he goes, he was a bad egg. And then Christ is going to go, and an egg head. And they're going to have a laugh. I went too far. This is the kind of shit I think about when the power goes out and there's a storm and I just don't have anything else to do. Oh, excuse me. So, 6-1, right? I mean, you push a wheelbarrow with the mule up the hill, that doesn't mean that you're going to get to the top of the hill in a day's work. Okay. So, Margaret, thanks for breaking the ice and changing the subject. I appreciate you being a member so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Margaret. Yeah, basically Donna Cooper. But back to what's true, right? Is yeah, God has a sense of humor and he loves yours, Reese. We all do. I actually feel that way. That's why the Gertie story, I don't think is blasphemous. I know people got offended by it, but I love God. I'm crazy about God. I love God and I love his son, Jesus. And now I understand why Jesus was here. And that helps me love him even more. And I also believe they gave me this sense of humor, both of them, right? So they both were on board with it. They were like, take the child and place the child in front of the George Carlin, and George Carlin shall raise said child along with Hannibal Lecter. And then Hannibal Lecter went, fly, fly, fly. And then I started a YouTube channel several decades later. Hey, old Charlie, I definitely believe, like, my dark sense of humor has to be approved by the Lord because the Lord created it. Kind of like he created Melinda. Kind of like he created Punky. Aunt Nene Hobbs, thank you for being a member, guys. Did you know that you were chosen? Did you know that you were chosen by the Lord? Did you know that you were born in the manger next to Christ on a chilly Thursday evening? But did you also know Suzanne White? Love you too, babe. Did I respond to the email? I did. Do you want to know my response? I'll read it to you. Did you know that what happened was there was not even any light in the world? And what happened was the Lord came down and said, let there be frosted mini wheats with eyeballs. And then Punky was born next to Christ on a chilly Thursday night with their mom, Jesus, and the dad, Jacob. And then the three wise guys showed up. That's right. And they brought frankincense, and they brought myrrh and gold coins and little tiny greeny treats for you. And they said, let there be light and shit also. But first they said, let there be frosted mini wheats with eyeballs. So you came before the light, my child. She's falling asleep. What's going on? Oh my God. Definitely prayers for you, Kim Leaf. Kim Gray, I'm so sorry. Yes, please let us know how you're doing. God spelled backwards is dog for a reason, Joanne Ventrilla, but we all know that she's not a dog, guys. It's just that's her earth story, but her birth story, she's an angel. She's everything except the wings. And then what happened? You never grew, but then you said my brother Christ grew up, and we frolicked through the fields and shit, and I noticed that he grew into a man, but I stayed tawny. Well, that's pretty much Peregrine. That's how the Lord wanted it. And she says, but I didn't get any bigger and my brother Christ did. The story goes too far, but you get it. And I don't think that that's a mean story at all. I love that story. And I love Jesus and I love God. And I love Gertie as much as I love those two. And what I'm trying to say is, she's falling asleep holding her like this. What we're trying to say is, that you're so important that you were sent here by them. And you're so important that you were born next to Christ in the damn manger. And then they sent you down here to judge everybody on earth. And then every morning we wake up and the Lord looks at you as you yawn and open your little tiny baby frosted mini wheat eyeballs. And then the Lord says, oh my me. And then Christ looks up at his dad and says, oh my dad. Unbelievable creation, Father. And Punky is in the Bible. And when people go to Sunday service and shit, they talk about it because they know how incredible you are. and you were touched by the Lord, kissed by the Lord. Okay, this got weird. Thanks for being here, Punky. Holly, you knew it. You knew it well. Uh so sorry everyone. Sorry about that. Sorry it got weird. Okay, did you want to know my response? I'm happy to read it. Alrighty. I said, just to be fair, this email was talk to text because I was that upset. Okay. So I don't know how much sense I made, and I haven't gone back to read what I said. So we'll just do this together in real time. This was very emotional for me, and I was very upset. And again, this took me 4 days. I got this email Monday, I responded today. So I've been processing it like I do every single day. So I said, I've taken several days to process what you said in this email. I have asked you several times to stop crossing my boundaries and judging me and telling me what to do. I hear what you think is right and who you think I should be hanging around and not hanging around with. See, that didn't even make any sense, but I was upset. I do not need your assistance in my walk with God. This email you sent me is incredibly judgmental, and you openly admit that you have been speaking to Aaron about me. You say this puts you in a bad spot. Well, it puts me in a much worse spot. I appreciate all you have done for me, but the last time I emailed you, I told you that perhaps you need to take a break because you are getting too involved in my business and telling me what to do and how to think and who to hang out with. Okay, that makes sense. This is majorly overstepping. You do not know what is best, although you think you do. It is time for you. It is time for you to take a step back. Again, I am offended by your words and judgments. I will not mention your name, but I will read this email on my channel to talk it out and discuss and process. I have spent several days thinking about what you said, and I have continued to be upset about it. I have asked you to stop and stay out of my personal journey with people who you do not approve of. You are behaving extremely entitled, acting like you know what is best, and I am not going to allow this anymore. Again, you do not know my path with God, and I do not appreciate you telling me what I am strong enough or mature enough to handle or understand. It was incredibly entitled and judgmental. Sounds like a third grader wrote it, but I was really upset. And again, I was talking to my phone like this. So I just was letting my feelings out. I was just upset. Hang on. Thank you, Tamber June. Yeah, I got really fired up about it, and I have to say, I really am tired of this shit about like people trying to. Thank you, Raymond. People trying to point me in the direction they think I need to go. It's Bree Bree. Did this person respond? Yes. They said, I understand. As I said, I will stay on the sidelines and see what happens. Clearly, I made the wrong assumption in thinking you were ready for what I said, with the scriptures as a guide for which I fully take responsibility. I will continue to pray and wait for the day when you are. In the meantime, aside from minimal talking in the chat, in the streams I managed to make, I will respect your wishes and not contact you further. Wishing you nothing but the best in your faith journey. I think that's respectable. I think that's fair. I think that's fine. I don't dislike this person. You have to understand. I don't hate this person. I'm upset and it hurt my feelings. And I know a lot of you might, well, not you, but haters who are watching right now, of course, are going to twist this and gaslight it and turn it, hear what I didn't say and turn it into like Reese bullied somebody and tore someone down and mocked them and brought this private thing to the internet, kind of like your friend Marilyn did with George Massey. But that's not what I did here. God will point you in the direction he wants you to go. Thank you, Liz. It's not what I did here. I spent several days to process it. And the other issue here is the Aaron Smith Levin factor, right? I think it's very strange And I wanted to bring that to light. I think it's very strange to say, like, also in the very beginning of the email, I got a little triggered. I'm going to be honest. It felt to say this, and I'm going to read it just so that I'm not. The very beginning of this email, this person says, I caught bits and pieces of the streams from Friday and yesterday. Even though you've put me in a tough spot, I'm not going to abandon you. That really upset me. And that was in the first second sentence. That was the second sentence. Even though you've put me in a tough spot, I'm not going to abandon you. That pissed me off. Because I definitely don't want to go, oh, poor me, right? Like, oh, poor me, I'm a victim. But I have been severely abandoned by a mass exodus, like a lot of people. And being abandoned is a little bit, it's a little bit for someone to make me feel minimized and less than by going, you really disappointed me, but I'm not going to abandon you, makes my fucking head want to pop off, because it's like, yeah, I've never asked for anything from any of you. I certainly want all of you to think for yourselves and come here for a season, decide you hate me, Angel K, do whatever the fuck you need to do. But certainly the last thing I want anyone to do is what? Like, pity me? Yeah, make a choice here. Like, I've had to deal now. I have to go to Aaron about this, and I'm not going to abandon you, but like, you've strongly disappointed me. I do not ask for help. I'm not that kind of a person. I'd rather live under a fucking bridge than be like, please be my friend. Please don't leave me. Please don't abandon me. I've been abandoned since like 7. So I assure you I will double down on that. I can do everything on my own. I never need people's help. I'm very much independent like that. I don't like the threat of like, don't worry, like I'm going to pull back, but I'm not going to entirely leave you. I got no problem being left. Okay. That's why it was funny the day Marilyn made a stream going, nobody in the ex-Scientology world will even stream with her. Bitch, that's how we want it. You think that I'm not you, Marilyn. I don't need people to prop me up and validate me to get out into the world. I'll do that shit on my own. I don't have a problem with it. So I think it also, the start of that was like, you've put me in a tough spot, but I'm not going to abandon you. It's so like, again, looking down on me, like I'm so much better than you, right? That trigger word was used purposely. It could be. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Case Face. So was she protecting you? A covert threat she won't anymore? I don't know. I never felt protected in the first place. I don't need your protection. This is something I need everyone to hear right now. This is very important to me. I don't need to be saved. I love you guys. I love you very, very much. But I never want someone to feel sorry for me or pity me or like, Reese had a hard life. Yeah, so did everybody else. Okay? Like, we were all dealt shitty hands and have trauma in one way or another. But how you fucking deal with it, heal from it, and come out of it is what matters. So I don't need your guidance. I don't need to be saved. I appreciate your guidance. I ask for your opinion and feedback on things all the time, but it's a balance. And I certainly never want anybody ever to be like, that poor Scientology girl. Like, I'm doing just fine. Okay. Now, I'm doing just fine because of you guys. Like, I'm not trying to separate the two. Okay. You guys, so Aaron pushed me the fuck out. He doxed me intentionally, and you were all there to catch me. I absolutely believe that. I'll never, ever, ever not believe that. I'm incredibly grateful for the safety net. You have all taken me in and accepted me. That's different, though, than saving me. I cannot be saved because I have to figure this shit out for myself. That's what this channel is. I'm learning every day. I'm processing, trying to process shit at 100 miles an hour. I've got 50,000 tabs open in my head all the time, trying to catch up, right? And be a better person and know what you know and learn from you all. But being there for me is not the same thing as feeling that I need you, right? Like you need to save me. I need your like I will learn, right? And I am learning. Thank you, Tiffany. And I believe strongly that God is writing the story. So don't take the pen away. Stop trying to take his pen. I'm not going to take his pen, but don't take the pen from God and go, I know best, Reese. This is what you need to do. And I'm disappointed in you for this, and this. And Lindsay and Nora and Tori are non believers. So I knew this would probably happen because now you've been infiltrated by non believers. Jesus hung out with non believers. I love non believers. I also love gay people, right? I also love uh, Jewish people and black people and all people. Okay. So saying non believers almost is like a form of fucking, not, it's like, what's a word like that equates to like racism? It's not racism, but it's like that's, if you're going to cut out non believers, you're going to, a lot of them, right? There's a lot of them. And why are they not welcome at the table? Why are non believers not allowed to be around? Right? That's so judgmental to me. To be like, yeah, prejudice. Yeah, Verbo Boss, prejudice. I felt like there was a different word. It's like when that happens in the workplace, like, hey, Hux, I'm freezing. Can you turn the air up a notch? Thank you, son. Damn, it's a different word. Like, I thought it started with an E. It's almost like she knew the right words to say and try and trigger you. It is. I agree. It is almost that way. It's not stereotype. I can't think of the damn word. Discrimination. Yeah, that's the word I was thinking of. It didn't start with an E, but I was close. It was a D. Thank you, Linda Stokes. I agree with this. That is cult speak when you don't allow non-believers in. Totally, Joanne, and thank you for being a member. It's discrimination. I don't hang out with anybody like that. I guess, yes, it's excluding people, Linda, for sure. It's like, so you're gonna cut out, it is elitist, Raymond, but like, so you're gonna judge my friends that have done nothing but be there for me and not in my business, but in my corner, right? Nora, Tori, Lindsay have all been in my corner. They've done nothing but bat for me. They've done nothing what a Christian person would do, what Jesus would do. So to just sum them up and give them a title and go, well, they're non-believers. This is what I would expect. That's fucked up to me. It's very discriminatory, right? You might as well be like, well, you have a black friend and I figured because they're black that, yeah, that makes sense. They're Hispanic, right? Like, what are you doing? What does that have to do with it? I love people who don't believe in God. It makes no difference to me. I'm not trying to get people into heaven. That's their job. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. If God wants people into heaven, he's going to make sure that happens. Don't take the pen away. I don't give a shit about what people believe in, to be honest. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as people are consenting and we're all good there, and you're not, for the love of holy hell, you're not hurting animals, we're good. But I'll tell you right now, I am not going to walk around on a fucking high horse going, they're non-believers. What? You might as well be like, they make less than 100,000 a year. Ugh. What? I got news for you. I like them all. You know who I don't like? Pretty much just assholes. People who are not who they say they are. People whose character shines bright, that they're terrible and they like to make other people feel bad. Bullies. And I don't care if it's a white person, a black person, a Jewish person. If you're an asshole, you're an asshole. I don't support that. But it's bizarre to me to judge somebody for their beliefs. It's odd to me. Makes me uncomfortable. Her response is still her waiting for you to come around to her plan. I agree. Shaking my head, I think that letting God keep the pen is actually a mature grasp on the topic. Yeah, I really truly feel what I'm saying there, baby steps, and thank you for the super chat. That was a very poor display of what you have learned from the Bible, in my opinion, right? You haven't, you're trying to fight and take the pen away from God, and you're diagnosing me. You're diagnosing me, making it seem like you're hanging out with the wrong people, right? I mean, I could see that if these people were like addicting me to drugs, or if we were doing crime or, harming others. But for your bus ticket to hell, Haggis. Thank you, Haggis. I think you meant to give that to Marilyn, but I'll take it. Thank you. I'll Venmo her $7 with your well wishes. It's just weird to me. It's very weird to me. I feel like you're diagnosed. I think I'm having such a reaction to this because I don't usually read this kind of shit out in the open, and it really got to me. I get overwhelmed by people who are like, you're doing this wrong, and I'm going to unsubscribe if you keep doing this kind of content, and can you please stop talking about the fucking haters, and Tommy is a scammer, and you support rapists, and you're a bad person for this. Like, then just go away. Don't click on my face and complain. Hey, buddy, East Coast, don't come in to a sushi restaurant and fucking ask for the manager because they don't serve fried chicken. You're not in the right restaurant. Go away. Right? Like it's truly that. People fucking come to me and they're mad at me because I don't fit in and I'm not shape-shifting into what you want me to be. I'm sorry, there's 400 people in here and I can't be what everybody wants me to be. I hopscotched last night and most of you were approving of my shitty content about that god awful Julia woman who looks like she hasn't met a brush in 10 years. You know, definitely she looks like she swallowed a hand grenade. I'm going to be honest. But if you don't like it, you got a choice. Fly, fly, fly. God has been protecting you and walking with you from day one. God will save you. None of us can do that. Yes. All believers can do is be an example of Christ, and that is done by showing Christ in what you do. Exactly, Liz. And you have been a prime example of that for me. And thank you, because I feel like I'm in the spot I'm in because of our conversations. Kim's Blue, that angle was so fucked. What was that? I got to get that woman like a phone stand or something so that she knows. Some say love, it is a river. That's hilarious, babe. Hey, Heather Huckleberry. I want that. Yeah. So, by the way, Lindsay, I loved your song last night. Lindsay was great. She kept singing it, and I've been singing it all day. I'm not a perfect person. Why is it so funny? Because she's fucking hilarious. It's awful. It's awful. It's the worst angle I've ever seen. She's got to pick her face up and put it in front of the camera. And let's be honest, she sucks and she needs to be taken down a notch. I'm so sick of it. I love you, Case Face. Lindsay and I were laughing so hard last night after the stream. We watched some of her chin, Julia, chin. We watched some of her shit last night. This woman, I was like, Lindsay, I could just do content playing her content. We would laugh so hard, but we'd get fucking copyright stricken. But her shit is so funny. She's like, Susie, you're full of lies. And she's like, Marilyn speaks truth. And she's like, Marilyn only tells the truth. And I believe everything Marilyn says. And she's like, I'm not going to let you gaslight me. No joke. She said this last night. Fucking Lindsay and I was almost on the floor. I was trying to eat dinner and I was like, Lindsay's sending me her videos and she's like, Reese, I'm serious. You got to watch this. I was like, Lindsay, I would rather stick needles into my eyes. I put it on and she's like, Susie, she's like, you gaslight me into believing that Tommy and Reese are good people. She's like, I'm a good person. They're bad people. I was like, this is the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. I was like, I could watch this all night. Lindsay, what did you say? You texted me and you were like, if anybody, Lindsay, I want to find the text you sent me. I almost fell out of my chair. I was like trying to balance myself. I was in like a bar chair in my kitchen. Lindsay said something like, I swear to God, if anybody ever makes fun of me again after seeing this shit, she was like, if one person fucking makes fun of me after seeing this. And it was the truth. Like, it was so bad. Lindsay was like, if anybody ever calls me a fucking addict after this or like says I'm ugly, hey, Ree, it's true. I wish I could play it. I want to play it so bad. Can I play like 6 seconds of it or will I get a strike? I don't know how that works. She was literally like, Susie, she was like, you're not going to gaslight me into Tommy and Reese. And I was like, who is this person? I don't even know who this person is. And she's like screaming at Susie Oberholtz, saying that Susie Oberholtz gaslights her into believing it. You got to see it. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. I was like, this is the best entertainment I've ever seen. She's like, I'm a good person. And she kept saying over and over, she was like, Marilyn speaks truth. She's like, Marilyn's the truth speaker. I was like, I'm about to send the person who emailed me this after this person. I was like, you got your priorities really mixed up, girl. Oh, really? Are you sure? God, I want to show it. Can I just show a tiny bit? The irony is if your non-believer friends were criticizing your faith, they wouldn't be your friends. There's no judgment from them as there is from your holy roller. No, Buffy, but other than the fact that Buffy, you're in the chat all the time. I can, Lindsay. I want to bad. Yeah, Debbie Zito, thank you for the super chat. And it's true. It's so true, guys. My non-believer friends, you don't see Nora. Nora ain't calling me up. Nora's not sending me emails going, you really shouldn't believe in the Lord, Reese. It's the wrong path. Lindsay, which one is it though? Lindsay, which one is it? Oh, God. Lindsay, was it the one? Oh, it was this. Susie's gaslighting me. Hold on. Being bullied all throughout high school, these are some of the tactics that I used to bully others. And when I was friends with Susie, after I was falling out, to disparage means to criticize the little mistakes that groups are valuable. I'm looking for the gaslighting about Tommy and Reese. She would be blaming me for the reason why my fiance is in the hospital when it had nothing to do with Lindsay, help me. Or material possession. Maybe it's not that one. Susie made another nasty post about me. I'm not even going to acknowledge it because that's her MO. And I don't need this right now. I'm dealing with a lot, and I'm just not going to bring her up into my conversations anymore. The fact that she has harassed me for the last 7 months is proof positive for her MO. I'm done with that. I'm done. Keep my name out of your mouth. This is the funniest shit you'll ever see. Thank you.
confirmed the next 4 days.
Lindsay, where is it?
While John was being transported to the hospital, she feels too as well. I've been there for everyone in this community, whereas you have not. You have deeply hurt me. No, our friendship didn't end 7 months ago, like you said. Because I have positive messages you sent me. When you wish me happiness at Marco Island. So, the lies continue. The lies, I've had enough of it. You going into Reddit isn't my issue. You supporting known trolls is my issue. And you have done it over and over again. No one in the anti-Scientology movement trusts you because of the stuff that they have seen. So, do your content. I'm all for you doing your content.
Lindsay, I want you to look for it.
You have said some very nasty things that have been very hurtful to me.
Yeah, but I want to find the Tommy and Reese part.
Tommy and Reese are not valid.
Here it is.
But you have said some very nasty things that have been very hurtful to me. You have gaslit me to think that my thoughts and feelings about Nora, Tommy, and Reese are not valid.
How do you gaslight someone into thinking that my feelings about Tommy and Reese are not valid? How the fuck does that even happen? That made me laugh so hard. Look at the angle.
I don't support them. I haven't supported their channels in a really long time.
You look like you're from Fraggle Rock. What the fuck happened? What's going on? Who is this person? You got a perfect fucking stranger on the internet going live like this. You're not going to gaslight me about Tommy and Reese, my feelings about Tommy and Reese. What the shit? Who are you? I don't even know who this is. I don't even know what's happening. I got to hear it again.
You have gaslit me to think that my thoughts and feelings about Nora, Tommy, and Reese are not valid.
What? That's because they're not valid. Because we don't know who the fuck you are. This is the shit we have to deal with. Is she streaming from the bathroom on the Muppet Show? I don't know. But we've got to get a better camera angle, Kay's face. Oh my God. Hold your shit up.
I don't support them.
No shit.
I haven't supported their channels in a really long time.
We don't want your support. I'm just going to, we're good. You know what? If this YouTube thing doesn't work out, if it's a make or break situation between your support and not, I would rather get a different type. I would rather be prostitute, right? I would rather do something else than get your support. Okay. Yeah, maybe find your local AA chapter. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there, but it feels off. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck this person is. That is an ex-mod. This is what I know. Play more, it gets better. I don't want to get struck. This is what I know. Susie Oberholtz, right? Lord Farquaad. Wow! What are you doing over there? Bo's sitting in your bed. Yeah, we should, Kay's face. Lord Farquaad, right? Used to have Muppet Lady Lost in the Sauce, right? As a mod. And they have been fighting for like the last year. And Muppet Lady keeps putting out statements, and she's like, Susie, I will not keep doing this with you. She's like, I'm going to take legal action if you keep gaslighting me, Susie. But she's been saying it for like a year and a half now. Oh my God. Anyway, who made a statement? She made a statement to Susie? Did she really? Just got a text. That's what we're looking at. It's kind of similar. It's weird. And you don't need to be so close to the camera, by the way. Can you guys imagine if I were like, hello, good evening. Susie Oberholtz is gaslighting me. Like, Whoa, knife order. Back away from the camera. Okay. We don't need to be seeing your beard hairs. Yeah, she's not likable. Okay, Pooh. Guys, Tommy wants to do a stream. No boat tonight. Joanne Hawley. I'm relatable Reef. Everybody's gaslighting me. It's enough. Back the fuck up. Back up and get the right angle. Get the right lighting. Get yourself get sober. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. See, this was me. Yeah, I don't need to show you my nose hairs. And I really do have a beard. Why do you think I pushed this shit back so far? I don't want you seeing my beard hairs. She told Marilyn she's her best friend. That's Marilyn's pace. I think that should be Marilyn's best friend. I think they equally have the same amount of intelligence. I think they are both have. I think they would play nicely in the sandbox together, and I think that's great. I think that's a good partnership. I think that's the right pace right there for Marilyn. I don't know who that chick is. Right. I mean, she's obviously a looker, but other Hey, how is your spa day, Butterfly? This is why Reese has so many people watching her. She puts a show on. Yeah, well, they're hate watching, just so you know, Butterfly. But you know what? It's a view is a view. A win is a win. Okay. Love you, Trace. Please hit subscribe. I get sick of this shit. You know, people watch me, but they don't want to make a decision. They want to just like maybe not. Do it now. Please check to make sure you're subscribed. Okay. Quit dicking around. Hit the like button. Tommy and I are going to go live in like 20 minutes. What should we title it? Quick, give me a title. Lindsay, you will not gaslight me about my thoughts about Tommy. Hey, Ann Battles. Yeah, Sage, we don't need to be in our personal space like that. What do you guys want to title it? I'm not a perfect person. There's her friend Marilyn. That's from JoJo. I'm literally 4 times the man that DOA is. Good title. You're talking about actual measurements. Yeah. I heard a rumor that that's true. Title. And another thing, that's perfect. I love that, Liz. We're going to do it. Love you, Wendy Brewer. There's many things I wish I didn't do. What a fucking stupid song. Do you guys ever hear songs from the 90s and you're like, why is that person, why do they live in a fucking $1 million house and I'm living in a trailer? I provide better content than these shit ass lyrics. Do you ever hear this shit? Do you ever hear Miley Cyrus and you're like, why is this bitch famous? Why don't I have that kind of money? I definitely perform and entertain way more than, have you heard the lyrics to this shit? What does she say? She's like, got my hands in my pockets and the butterflies fly away. And she's like, and the Diddy song was on. And she's like, and my hands in, what is it? She's like, I got my hands in the air and the butterflies fly away. What's going on, Chris and Melinda? Also, I'm not a perfect person. The fuck is going on? Why do you live in Beverly Hills and I don't? Why am I in this rickety ass trailer and you have lyrics like that? What's going on? Do you ever think about this? Because I think about this kind of shit. Do you ever think about like just shit ass songs from the 90s? What's another one? It's like, I get knocked down, then I get up again. That was famous. I could definitely do better. Okay. And I do better right here on YouTube. But no, I live in a trailer. Meanwhile, people are like, and a Jesus on. Fuck off out of here. That makes me mad. I can do better than that. And I don't make that kind of money. Okay. I see real potential in my talent. You're not going to gaslight me, Susie. All right. What are we calling it? And another thing. All right. You guys coming over to Colts and Crims or not? Probably Krusty Rabbit. She's famous because her father had the greatest mullet in history, and he put her on a TV show. And you sing her songs. I've got videos of you, cowboy. I got videos of Tommy being like, and a ditty song was on, and a ditty song was on. And Tommy was swinging his little baby elephant, Nas peen. And apparently it's 4 times the man that DOA is. Tommy's been drinking? No. And if you really have been drinking, it's a no. Good Lord. That's all we need to do is have you on lost in the fucking sauce like this crazy ass lady that's just like fucking sitting back like a boneless chicken. Do you notice her? She's a jellyfish. She has no bones when she goes live. She's like, Susie, I'm a good person. Like you're fucking lost in the sauce. Sit up. Fucking prop yourself up. Get some fucking throw pillows. You can't gaslight me. Miley's song is a banger. I just did. Song sucks. I can do better. Tommy loves Ace of Base. I saw the sun. Did you listen to the song I sent you? No, I forgot. People send me songs all the time and I forgot. Oh, yeah. Holly says this is actually Marilyn, guys. Poor unfortunate souls. Although she doesn't have that kind of power. Love you, Mineola girl. All right, Krusty Rabbit, we love you, and you're the best. Love you guys. See you in like 20 minutes. I don't even know what time it is. I'm going to go over to set up Colts and Crims. Liz, we're going to take your title. Mods, thanks for being here. Also, thank you for the super chats tonight. I mean it. It helps me a lot, and I'm not afraid to say it. Thank you, and please don't gaslight me. Gary Mackey, I love you, Gare Bear. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for the super chats tonight. You won't gaslight me into believing my thoughts about Tommy and Reese. Holy shit. Get it together, get some Chipotle, take a fucking nap, and wake up and reassess your life. And call us when you're fucking clear-headed, okay? Who gaslights? You won't gaslight me. You understand? Please hit subscribe, okay? That's all I ask. I'm going to gaslight you into subscribing, so do it. Hit the hype, hit the like, do all that shit. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon because why not? We're really just doing a lot of damage lately, and I think double down, triple down, do what Marilyn does. Fucking get out there and be somebody. Write a book. All right, see you on Colts and Crims. If you don't come over there, don't feel like you have to, but you do have to be here, okay? You don't have to stay here, but you can't go home. But you might go home. What's the words? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. All right, that's enough. It's a Midwest goodbye. Thank you again. Thanks for being members. Looking at you, Gare Bear. See you tomorrow.